you know, keep it attractive. People love attractive. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Pamela. Make sure you guys subscribe down below. Thanks to you guys, I just hit 10K subscribers here on YouTube. I am very grateful and very appreciative for everyone who has came across my channel and actually hit that subscribe button. So thank you guys so much. I know a lot of you guys are actually upcoming YouTubers as well, so I wanted to make this video for you guys. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how to grow your YouTube channel to get your first 10K subscribers starting from 0. And I'll show you guys all the, you know, tips and tricks that I've learned along my journey and what I think that I could have done better at as far as growing my channel a little faster. So I hope all of these tips help you guys. Before we get started with all these tips, I just want to share with you guys my journey here on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for about 3 years now. It wasn't really consistent at all. I would post here and there, and then I would take like 4 to 6 months off, and then I would come back expecting results. So on top of all this, you guys, when I first started YouTube, I didn't have a following at all on any platform. So I wasn't able to convert my Instagram followers into my YouTube followers. I was just starting off from 0 on every single platform, and that's why I cherish this moment right now. Hitting my first milestone on YouTube has been such a challenging experience, but I'm very grateful and I'm very proud of myself for actually pulling it off, because I did have a lot of self-doubt that I was dealing with on top of like anxiety and depression during this whole journey. So I really do think 10K is a lot when you start from 0. So I'm here to help anyone who is either starting YouTube now and you're starting from 0 and you don't know how to go about it, or if you've already been on this journey and you're not seeing growth, then these tips might be for you. So I'm gonna read off my phone just so that I don't miss any of my notes. So I just wanted to start off with some of the things I wish I would have done from the beginning. I definitely do feel like consistency was the hardest thing when I first started. And now looking back, I really do think it would have helped me to have pre-planned, pre-filmed videos before I even started my channel at all. So I think that's a really good tip, especially if you're planning to start a YouTube channel if you haven't started yet. This is also good if you've already started and you kind of want to get ahead of the game without stressing yourself out. I really do think if you plan out like 4 to 5 videos before you actually post them, just have them just in case you don't have anything else to post, or you can schedule them out so they go out weekly and you're not worried about being consistent, and then you're able to work on more content and not have to rush or anything like that. So consistency was the hardest part for me, and it took me like 1.5 years to actually get that down. But I definitely do think if I started my channel with about 4 videos already pre-filmed and pre-edited, then I would have had a really great start. But obviously it wasn't that way. So I really do feel like that's a great tip, especially when it comes down to consistency. So another tip that I think that would have been really beneficial from the beginning is actually posting more often. Well, I definitely do think posting 2 times a week is very doable, but it's also consistent enough to where you'll get picked up on YouTube really fast. So for me, I wasn't posting weekly at all. I was literally doing as much as I could in that moment. But if I were to go back and redo it, I would definitely post consistently twice a week. So for me, I never had a schedule as far as, you know, I'm gonna post on this day at this time every single week. For me, I started off like that, and then I kind of had a lot of things going on in my life where I couldn't meet those deadlines, and that deadline was honestly stressing me out so much that I just wanted to get videos out no matter what day it was. So I was still able to get good traction from it. So if you guys aren't able to be as consistent as you want, you're not posting on the same time, same day, It's okay to still put out some of your content, like even if it's not on the exact day or exact time. I feel like getting content out, period, will honestly pick up over time. So you'll get subscribers no matter what. It's just the main thing that will hurt your channel is if you don't post at all. At least get 2 videos out per week no matter what day it is, but try to actually have a schedule for yourself if you can and if it's not stressing you out. So okay guys, so now I want to get into all these tips that I feel like are very, very crucial to building your channel from 0 subscribers. Obviously, if you're just starting out your channel and you're starting from 0 subscribers, this means that no one is gonna know who the hell you are. So you have to make videos that really do well in search. I wanna mention too, when you first start out, don't have a niche just yet, and I'll explain that why later in this video. You definitely wanna have videos that have a lot of keywords in them that are easily searchable in Google, because obviously YouTube is a search engine. The only way people are gonna find out about your channel is if they see your videos pop up when they search something. For me, I didn't really have a niche starting out. I knew I wanted to do something in the makeup world, but I didn't know exactly how my channel was gonna turn out. I honestly was just putting out videos that I liked, and I realized I wasn't getting traction on them because not a lot of people can find them, especially if I don't even have a following on Instagram as well. You definitely wanna make videos that people are already searching for. Well, how I do this, I usually go on YouTube itself and I will put in the keyword in YouTube. So you kind of get an idea of what already pops up for that one keyword. And then I'll kind of build it off of there and try to make it my own. So I'll actually click on the first 3 and figure out which ones do really well in search based off of TubeBuddy. So if you guys don't have that, TubeBuddy is a great tool to learn about keywords and see which ones really work and which ones get a lot of traffic and stuff like that. So definitely recommend that. But for those of you who don't have TubeBuddy, you can actually click the topic of the video, look at the first 3 recent videos that are doing really, really well for that topic. Look at how long ago it was made, look at how many views it has, and the title and the thumbnail, and kind of get a vibe for what videos do well for that topic. And then for me, I just kind of gauge it through that and decide how I want to make it different, but I try to keep my quality the same, if that makes sense. I kind of just look at the tags that they use. I also look at how they lay out their titles. So that's kind of how I can gauge my own videos, and I create video ideas from this. So I know a lot of people just write down random video ideas that they would love to do on their channel, but honestly, if it's not going to be searchable, it's gonna be really, really hard to grow, and it's honestly gonna be a waste of time unless you already have the subscribers. If you are starting from 0, definitely do this method. Find out the keywords, find out the right videos that will fit in with that keyword, and then create all of your video ideas from that research that you did. So you're not making any videos that aren't going to help you grow. Also guys, the main thing to get your video to search really well is to definitely fill out all of your description as much as you can. So I know a lot of new YouTubers don't really touch their description at all. They kind of leave it blank. They kind of do what all the big YouTubers do, and they don't really fill it out completely. But if you fill it out, it gives YouTube an idea of what the video is about before you even watch it. So it's going to rank it even higher than the rest because there's so many keywords involved. And if you just have, you know, keywords towards the end of your description as well, like hashtags or just a summary of what the video was, it really does help to rank your video higher, and it will get more exposure, especially if it matches the title and all of your other tags and stuff like that. So I have a whole strategy on how I get my videos to rank really high, and you guys can see I have a lot of videos that have thousands and thousands of views. It's just because I rank them really high. So I can make a whole video about this if you guys want. Just comment down below if you guys want that, and yeah, I'll create that for you guys. So the second tip to growing your channel is definitely making a series for the videos that do really well on your channel. So even if you have a small following, maybe you don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet, and you're trying to figure out which videos you should make or which ones even do good on your page, just look at your video list and look at the most popular, and you'll figure out the top 3 are usually the ones that do really well on your channel. And if you can make a series of any of those videos, especially if it's a video people already like, they love to watch different parts of that video. So if you make a video about Instagram and how to grow on Instagram, definitely make another part 2 video that goes with that. Maybe you can make it a 5-part series where people can only keep watching and watching. And what you definitely want to do is link all the videos together so that they pop up at the end of the video. It'll keep people on your page for longer, and they'll also develop a relationship with you as well, because they feel like they know you a lot after watching so many of your videos, and they'll most likely subscribe. I also want to add, if you guys are keeping in mind what videos do well on your channel, also keep in mind what your thumbnails are looking like on those videos, how your titles are on those videos, because obviously they're working and you want to create more of those. But I really seen when I actually cleaned up a lot of my thumbnails and made it look like the ones that did really well on my channel as far as aesthetic goes, and keeping my aesthetic very, very consistent, it really helped people to recognize my channel when it did pop up. It really helped me to get way more subscribers than when I was first starting out and creating too many versions of different thumbnails that people weren't really sure what they were gonna get out of that video. So if you guys see which thumbnails are doing really good, try to, you know, spice it up and make it your own aesthetic, but also keep it clean, keep it simple, you know, keep it attractive. People love attractive. So the third tip is to create your niche off of your most popular videos. So this kind of piggybacks on the tip that we just talked about, but I definitely do think that you shouldn't niche down right when you first start your channel, because you're boxing yourself into only so many videos that you can create, and you're gonna get burnt out really, really fast. And that happened to me, trust me. I also started out my channel by not having a niche at all, and it didn't really grow my channel, but it made me see what videos people like to see from me. So it really helped me as far as, you know, doing everything I loved and trying to figure out what direction my channel is gonna go as well. I think a lot of creators make a mistake by niching down too soon, and you know, you start to recreate the same video over and over and you kind of get tired of it. So I definitely do think that if you create a whole bunch of videos that are searchable, and the ones that do really, really well might be your niche without you even knowing it. So for me, I knew I wanted to do beauty, but I never thought I would have been like all about skincare and healing acne and showing like sides to myself that I never showed before. I never knew my channel was gonna be about this. That was when I actually niched down. That's when I got serious about the topics of the videos I wanted to make, and I understood what my audience really wanted from me, and it really helped me to connect with you guys. But I never knew that was gonna be my niche until I actually honed in on what my subscribers wanted from me. I definitely do feel like all of your popular videos can be niched down, and you'll kind of see what your niche is by actually responding to your audience, you know? So I definitely feel like your niche is all about your audience, not necessarily about what you want, but what people see in you, if that even makes sense at all. Moving on to the next tip. So the fourth tip is to create an editing style that's actually entertaining. So I definitely felt like I went through so many phases with my quality of my videos. I feel like we all do. And I look back on some of the old ones and it's literally so cringe. Please don't go watch those. But I definitely feel like I stepped it up as far as making my watch time a little bit more longer by the way I edit my videos. So for me, you guys know my aesthetic is pretty relaxed. It's pretty, you know, vibey. And my editing style is pretty quick and straight to the point. And I feel like it works really, really well for my channels. However, sometimes this doesn't always work for every channel. So I definitely want you guys to figure out what works for you. Look at the videos that you actually like to watch and see how they edit their videos, and don't exactly copy everyone's style, but try to take note on what you can combine from different videos and try to make it your own. I definitely do think background music is important. I feel like it's the main thing that really helps people watch the majority of your videos, especially if it's easy on the ears. But I've also seen people that play music that's way too loud. You can't even hear what the person is saying, and it's very distracting, and it might not get you any watch time at all. Background music is important when it's done right. I also feel like fast cuts, really entertaining cuts, you know, when you cut to zoom in, emphasize what you're saying, I really do feel like that helps so much. I really do feel like my videos are more entertaining when I edit it that way compared to when it's just, you know, cut regularly, if that makes sense. I'll kind of show you guys an example of what I mean. And I also do think that sound effects really do help people to pay attention to your video. So especially in the beginning, I always put all these edits in the first 5 minutes of my video. So I always make sure that the first 5 minutes is always a lot of cuts, a lot of edits, a lot of sounds. So sound effects really did help enhance my channel a lot because I feel like it just makes it a little bit more entertaining to watch as far as keeping your attention on the video. And it's just little sounds like mouse clicks, transition sounds, also just like showing different shots. So you can show different b-roll, which b-roll is just basically filler shots, or, you know, showing examples of what you're talking about instead of just talking about them, and having a sound effect that goes with it. So I definitely feel like this really does help. If you guys have ever seen Catherine Manning here on YouTube, I've learned a lot of this stuff from her, and a lot of the tips that she shares, she's really transparent about what she talks about, and I learned a lot of these tips from her, to be honest. So I'll link her channel down below as well if you guys are interested to see the examples I'm talking about. So if you're starting from zero, the next tip is definitely to promote your channel on other social media platforms. So for me, when I started from zero, I didn't have a following on any other platform at all. I was trying to grow something and promote it on something else that didn't really have traction either. So it was kind of hard for me to honestly have hope in it, but I still did it anyways, and I stayed consistent with it. And now it's like what people expect from me, because I'm so obsessed with, you know, promoting who I am and my brand, and, you know, growing my channel to the point where people always want to see when my videos are going to be posted. They ask me when the next video is coming out, and I just feel like once you get in the habit of doing that from the beginning, that it's only going to help you grow so much more, because you're exposed to so many other different audiences, even if you don't have the following just yet. Okay, if you think about YouTube as a stage, you only have one audience for that YouTube platform when you're on stage. But say if you put all of your content on a different stage with a different audience, and you're able to connect with both audiences at once, then your audience ultimately doubles, right? So you got to think about that every time you put your stuff on different social media platforms. Honestly, the more the better. And with Instagram, I love Instagram because not only do I like taking pictures and all that stuff, but Instagram, there's so many different ways to promote on there. Promote it on your stories, and then you can actually post it to your actual page. But then you can make it a reel, and then you can actually link all of this stuff to Facebook. Honestly, Facebook is like a good way to promote all your stuff and have kind of like a portfolio without having to put more work into your brand, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have to micromanage it like you would YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. And I definitely do think when you link those all together, one piece of content can go so far just by linking all of those things together. So I try to do that majority of the time on Instagram to Facebook. And then if I have time, I'll try to make, you know, a TikTok or post it on Snapchat or something like that. But other than that, like, I feel like definitely use all social media platforms to your own benefit, but also don't spread yourself out too much where you're stressed out about it, because that's the last thing we want when we're trying to create content. Okay, so for tip number 6, I definitely do feel like this one's really important, is to listen to the subscribers that you already have. So I think when we're growing on YouTube, we kind of want this bigger bigger goal for ourselves, we kind of work towards that goal so hard we miss what's in the moment. And even if you only have 100 subscribers, you have to cherish that 100 subscribers as if they're your best friends. Like, you can't neglect them and expect your channel to grow. And if you're actually listening to them and actually, you know, putting out the content that they want to see, those videos are going to do so well because you're going to already have a small group of people who are dedicated to watching it right when it first comes out. And not only that, but they're more likely to repost you or talk about you to somebody else, or just keep that consistency going. So you definitely want to make sure you're paying attention to the subscribers you already have. Put out as many videos as they want to see, because ultimately, the subscribers that we have right now are the most important, because I know we have really big goals for ourselves, but at the end of the day, our subscribers that we have now are gonna help us get to the next level. That's why I genuinely appreciate all of my subscribers. I don't even like to say that. You guys support me so much. You guys are my supporters, and I want to be there as much as you guys are there for me. So I just make sure I take the time out my day to, you know, comment back and message you guys back, and really make sure you guys know that you guys are so important to me as well. So that's definitely the most important tip, I would say. Get to know the community that you're trying to build. So for the next two, these are just things that I think are really important just to keep in mind. And the first one is to always have a list of video ideas. So I know I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, to definitely keep track of the videos that do well on search and the ones that you really align with. Make sure you make this a habit throughout, you know, the month or once a week or something like that, where you just honestly sit down with yourself and figure out any type of video idea that you think that would do well on your channel. Because when we get really busy, deadlines start coming up and life gets crazy, sometimes we don't have time to figure out on the spot what videos to do. And for me, when I don't have video ideas lined up, if I don't write an outline or anything like that, the video will take forever to film. I did this so many times, you guys. Like, there was times when I would try to come up with video ideas right on the spot and try to film it right then and there, and I would spend literally like 5 hours trying to refilm because I just didn't know what to say. I wasn't prepared for it, pretty much, and every time I would stress myself out even more. There was times I just wanted to give up, honestly, because I just didn't know what to do. But now I know it's because I wasn't prepared. Like, you want to treat every piece of content as if it's valuable, and if you rush it, if you do things last minute, it's gonna show through your content, it's gonna show through your work. If you rush that type of content, you're not gonna be proud of it. And YouTube is all about, you know, being proud of what you do. And by all means, this doesn't mean you have to be perfect. I'm just saying, like, definitely being more prepared for content days really does help make the process a little bit smoother, a little bit easier. You'll have more fun doing it. And I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And for the last thing I wanted to add, I just want to add that videos always pick up later. So I know sometimes we can get discouraged when we spend so much time and energy on making a video and you post it and it only has like 100 views or 500 views and it's not like the rest of your videos. Don't worry, you guys, I swear by this. Every time I've made a video that didn't really do well at the beginning, it always did well over time. I have videos now that I've done 5 months ago that are getting picked up, and now I have more than 100K views on them. I had videos from last year that people are watching till this day, and they're still commenting, still liking it as if I just posted it. Just don't get discouraged, because the algorithm is a complicated place to be. Sometimes certain videos have to catch up to the algorithm, and that's all it's about. It doesn't mean that your content isn't good. It doesn't mean that it's never gonna get picked up. It doesn't mean that, you know, people don't like it. It just means that it needs a little bit of time to get picked up. But ultimately, I feel like every video counts. Every video is a chance on the algorithm to blow up. I completely understand this whole YouTube process, you guys. It has been challenging for me. I have felt almost every single emotion starting out my YouTube channel until now. I definitely do think it's just hard work pays off, consistency pays off, and just don't give up on yourself, because you are worth it. You are worth it. But I think that's it. This is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed all of my tips on how to grow your YouTube channel to 10K subscribers. Hope you guys learned something new from this video. If you try any of these tips out, let me know down below. Also, give this video a thumbs up so I know that you like this one, and also subscribe. I genuinely am so grateful for everyone who's subscribed to my channel so far. I can't believe I'm at my first milestone, and it's only up from here, only more goals to hit. So I hope this video motivated you. I hope this video helps. And yes, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.